Hi, my dear listeners. Welcome to the new episode of Peter's English podcast. I've decided to do a new video series about my fairy tales. And the name of my new series is Peter's Fairy Tales. Why I decided to do? Because I created a lot of my own fairy tales that nobody knows, and I want to show you my own fairy tales in English, and we can start right now. My first fairy tale was the heroes. We can start right now. Welcome again in my episode of Peter's English podcast. The heroes. It was a beautiful, big, fantastic country. The country had a very big forest. In that forest lived beautiful, nice, and good forest people. These people liked their forest and animals. This forest kingdom has a very good king who had very beautiful wife and a little beautiful daughter. This forest kingdom has an enemy. The enemy was a human kingdom that was very big and had a large professional army. This kingdom has a very bad king who has a bad black big dragon wizard who has very special magic powers. He like evil. He was very dangerous and he likes cold. The citizens of his big human kingdom was very poor and they had to work on his fields and mines as slaves. They must give him their women to his bed. The dragon want to have more and more gold and want to be the king of the forest kingdom. He has a special dragon's army that was his secret police. His dragon's army control everything in his country. One day he was so strong that he attacked the forest kingdom. The king was his slave and his beautiful wife had to be his friend with benefits. Our little girl was free because the good people from her kingdom helped her to escape. Our little girl went to the place where the big black dragon can't find her. She found a good female warrior who can use his sword very well, and she was the best with her bow. She has very special magic powers. She teaches our little girl. The little beautiful princess has very special magic powers too. Her teacher taught her everything. The little princess trained every day very hard. She wanted to have her kingdom back and want to save her people. She met a little boy from Dragon's kingdom. His parents were the right kings of the human kingdom. His parents were dragon slaves too. The little prince trained with the little girl. They both were the best friend. One day they both were adults and their training was ended. They both organized a big army from the both kingdoms and they fought against the bad big dragon's army. The fight was very hard, but the good army with our heroes won the battle and they killed the bad dragon. Everyone was free, and the princess was very beautiful and the prince very handsome. They loved each other and married. They both have many children and the big kingdom of forest and the people was the best kingdom in the world where everyone was free and happy. The end. This is people the end of my first fairy tale, the heroes, and with this and with this information I want to, what can I tell you? I can tell you that in the second video episode I want to read you my second episode, my second fairy tale. And what else? I can tell you about myself more because I don't know if you know me or not. I'm Peter. I'm 34 years old. I like learning English. Learning English is my hobby. I want And of course, I like doing podcasting. I like doing my podcast. I want to speak English fluently because learning English is my hobby. I want to have a lot of friends. I want to visit foreign countries, and I want to live without language barriers. And I decided to create my own Peter's English podcast because I want to talk with you. I want to doing podcast because I like podcasting. I want to with this platform, with my own platform, with my own Peter's English podcast, I can practice my speaking skills in English. I can be creative because I like to be creative. I can create my own content, my own fairy tales and other things for practicing my speaking skills in English. And of course we can do my own Peter's English podcast community, and we can do together live episodes of my podcast where we can practice our speaking skills together on live, and we can we can have fun while we'll be practicing our speaking skills in English. This is my dream, but I like creating my own fairy tales in English, and I like to do my own Peter's English podcast. And I like watching movies and series in English. I like listening to my favorite English fairy tale. I like listening to my favorite English podcasts and audiobooks in English. And with this information, I want to end this episode. I want to tell you bye bye.